Hey, hi, hello creatives, welcome back or to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are doing my 2025 collections, yearly collection setup, and I am using an A5 size journal notebook from Archer and Olive. I'm using these 4 mild liners, which are blue, cyan, green, and citrus green. I'm using these 2 zebra click art pens. I believe they're numbered, which I'm using 21 and 28. As well as all of those washi tapes you just saw, and a lot of stickers from the Four Bears Sticker Club. I really love using their stickers in my setup videos because they're super easy and I love them. But first, before we get into the setup, I want to talk to you about Luisa. Luisa, I'm sure you've heard of them, but if you haven't, Luisa is a sustainable, long-lasting, hyperallergenic jewelry brand with unmatched quality. They, with this new year, new beginnings, it's the best time to invest in yourself. I have many pieces that I'm going to show you that I absolutely love and I wear all the time. This first one being the juniper necklace. I'm wearing it at 3 different lengths. And then I have this Rowena necklace worn, showing you the 4 different lengths that it has. And then my go-to that I always wear is this Laura Bold necklace. And again, it has 3 different lengths and I wear this all the time. I wear it in the shower. I wear it all the time and it holds up. And then I'm just showing you how you can stack them all together. I love stacking these necklaces. I think they're the perfect ones. And then you can even stack them with all 3. And I think it looks great. And it's like, I love that you have, you've, different options. And then now I'm showing you the earrings that I have. These are the Eden earrings as well as the Ash double two-tone. You also have the option for the two-tone is to just remove that silver loop so that you kind of have 2 earrings in one, which I really love, as well as I can wear them together and I think they look fantastic together. And I love wearing earrings. And I love that these have the two-tone. But lastly, I'm just going to show you this Parker ring that I have that is a very bold statement, but I love wearing it. It's super comfortable. It also works a little bit as a fidget spinner because it lays flat and it's really fun to play with. But be sure to check out my link below to help you save big, and just remember, the more you spend, the more you save. So jumping into my setup video, and first, I'm going to start off with my cover page, and this is the cover page for 2025. So if you're not familiar, this bullet journal is my yearly collections journal. You'll see on the left side that there are 2 tabs already from 2023 and 2024. I also am creating my 2025 tab now. This is not tedious, a little tedious. It's satisfying once all the little tabbies come out, but I never get it straight, but it's okay. I go over it after and kind of cut them to make it look a little bit straighter. But I love adding these tabs. Like, I think that I almost want to use it for my monthly bullet journals to have that little tab. It's just quite nice. So yeah, this is my 2025 yearly collections journal. I got this idea from Jashi Curran, and she has a yearly collections journal as well, so that instead of, each time she has a bullet journal, because most bullet journalers have about 2 journals per year, and, to have to constantly bring over all of those yearly collections at the start of your setup is a little bit tedious. So I've picked up the idea from her to just have a journal that has all of those yearly collections in it, so you don't have to keep creating them each journal setup. But working on this first page here is my cover page. I wanted to do a blue and green theme, as you can see, or if you didn't pick up on all of the stickers and washi tape and stuff that I'm using today. I also am not using scrapbook paper that I've used for the last few months for my bullet journal setups, but I wanted to keep this pretty easy. I knew that This video took about 2 hours to film, and you'll see towards like the end, the last couple of pages, I was starting to rush a little bit just because I believe it was at like 1 o'clock in the morning when I was finishing this up. But I love this setup, and I love how easy and like simple it is. I use a lot of stickers. I'm still a maximalist person. I still love to, I'll add probably 10 stickers more than the average person would, but I call this my like simple, minimal type setup because this is minimal for me. And so I just did a bunch of abstract pieces or like blobs, I guess. And then I also did the circles at the top and bottom of the 2 pages so that I can kind of show myself the colors that I'm using. I feel like I want to be doing this as, you know, for my future setups, because I like to kind of make the first page as like the aesthetic for the rest of the pages that I'm creating. But keeping in mind, I am not that great at making everything look super cohesive. I know I've mentioned it before if you haven't seen any of my other videos, but I have mentioned before that I don't love being like making sure or putting the effort to make sure that all the spreads look very cohesive. I feel like if you're using the same colors, they're going to, but if you don't want them to look cohesive, then you don't have to make them look cohesive. That's why I picked a whole bunch of different stickers, because it's like I don't have enough stickers to use throughout all of the spreads that I'm creating today. So it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to pick a couple sticker sheets and just use that on one spread instead of throughout all of them, because again, I just don't have that many stickers, or I have a lot of stickers, but on a sticker sheet, there's not too many to be able to, use that same sticker sheet for the entire, yearly collection setup. So anyways, I'm not the best at making the collections or each spread look exactly cohesive, but I'm okay with that. And it doesn't bother me if on, one page I use craft paper, on a different page I don't use craft paper. It doesn't bother me. But so I had to jump back here to put stickers on, because I do that a lot. I always forget to add stuff to a page even though it's sitting right there next to me, I still forget. So I went back and added in a few stickers. You'll also notice that there's a few light bulb stickers on there that I didn't add on screen, but I added after, because I just felt like there wasn't enough stickers. I know there was, but I wanted more. So I'm going into my next spread, which is my word of the year. And I know that we're already 28 days into the year, but it doesn't bother me. Still in January, even if I did this in February, it doesn't bother me. I still want to do it, and I don't mind back planning a little bit. And it's not a big deal if you don't pick the word of the year at the very beginning of the year. It's no big deal. Pick a word of the year in June if you want to. Doesn't matter. So my word of the year, I'm not sure if you were able to see, I did have it written there in pencil, but my word of the year for 2025 is action. And I chose this word because I want to take action, and I want to start new things, and I want to follow through with things that I've, thought about for a while. I want to take action in completing all of the journals that I want to complete or that I want to continue working on. I just want there to be action, and I want to, go camping the way I want to go. Just take action, be active, take action. I really enjoy it, and I think that it's going to really suit this year. But I'm just going through with the mild liners and alternating between some colors to have these little swishies, these little paint swatch thingies behind the craft paper, and I will write my word of the year on that craft paper. On the right hand side, I do not fill out because it is my vision board that I did actually on Pinterest. And I'm going to print out a picture and just put it there. But then on the next page, I will flip through it, and it's going to be a traditional vision board with using magazines. I actually already went through a Costco magazine. It was really funny. But we got a magazine from Costco in the mail, and I kind of went through it. And because they sell all different things. I went through and kind of starred a few things that I want to print out or that I want to cut out, and I'm going to make a traditional vision board. I didn't last year. I had a page for it, but I didn't follow through last year, and I really want to follow through with it this year. And it doesn't matter if it happens in February. It doesn't bother me because it's still just getting the images, the thoughts, the everything out from in my brain onto a piece of paper. It doesn't matter when it happens. So yeah, I'm just adding quickly some washi tape and some stickers, and then I will move on to the next spread. And I really like how these pages are turning out. I really like the abstract, not having to think about too much of where things go with the, when I used to use the photos. I haven't used them in a while, and I do still really like using them, but I like not having to arrange the page so much. I'm just literally coloring blobs on it and then putting stickers over top of it. But moving on to the next spread, which is, let's see, my year at a glance and my house to-dos. This is the year at a glance. I don't know if anyone actually uses it in their yearly collections, but I can't not include it. I don't know why. I feel like maybe if I'm using this journal to go look back on, it's nice to know which day was which day of the week, I think. I don't know. That's what I'm telling myself so that I continue to add it. It's super satisfying to add because I really like how it looks after the fact. But like once the spread is completed and all of the little calendars and stuff are there. But I don't know. I don't always look back at this, but maybe I will. And maybe I will thank past me in the future when I've added this. I don't know. But I do like adding it. And whether it's just because it's satisfying to look at or I'm going to actually look back at in the future, I don't know. But again, I enjoy it. So I'm just filling out the days of the week. I do have a stamp somewhere, but I got lazy and didn't find where the stamp was. And so I just kind of wrote them all out. But I really need to find the stamp because I think that it would have been a lot easier. But I'm just using these two sizes, 0.3 and 0.05. 0.3, I've done the days of the week. And then the 0.05, I will do the calendar things here. And then on the next side is my house to-dos, which I did create a little bit. I did create this one last year. I didn't look too much on it, but I did after the fact, kind of at the end of the year, beginning of this year, I did go back and kind of, the things that we completed, I wrote down and was able to check off. As I do enjoy doing that. I do enjoy writing down something that I've already done on a checklist and then checking it off right away because it makes it feel more satisfying. But I have this separated into different kind of categories. The top two boxes are going to be my son and daughter's rooms of things that I want to do. I really want to add more personality to our house by adding pictures and color and, stuff on the walls and different like abstract thingies and different decor that actually is a color. Right now, the main decor of our house are toys. So that's super fun. But yeah, no, I hope to add in color and funky pictures and picture frames and all that kind of stuff on the walls. And then I have the next ones will be our bedroom, my husband and I's bedroom, as well as our hobby room. Our hobby room is actually in our laundry room. And we plan to hopefully this year buy the 2-in-1 washer dryer combo so that we have more room back here. And then the last three columns are the kitchen living room because it's basically all one big space, as well as the boys' bathroom and the girls' bathroom. And to just kind of give everything a little bit of a facelift, nothing. I think before I put house renos, but now I want to do house to-dos because they're not full renos. They're just things that we want to get done in those spaces. Moving on to the next spread, which I believe is my future log and stats. I did this in for last year as well, and I really enjoyed it. I put the calendar at the top, And then I put at the bottom, I separate the bottom with a little skinny piece of washi tape. And using that little skinny the skinny piece of washi tape separates the page. On the bottom, I put in all of my stats for YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. I also add in my watched hours for the month, as well as the views that I got that month. I don't obsess with the numbers. I am very grateful for all of the hours and all of the views and every single thing that I have on this channel. I don't stress over certain things not doing the greatest. I make the content that I want to make, and I know there's tons of people out there that want to watch this type of content, and I'm very, I guess, honest, because I'm not going to make something just to get more views. I'm going to make things that I want to make, that I'm going to be making anyways, and then share it with all of you guys. So I don't obsess with the numbers, but I think it's fun to look at the numbers. So that's where my difference is. And I'm able to also really separate it. I know some folks out there, as soon as they start looking and investigating in the numbers, that, they become obsessed over them and wanting to get them better and better, where that's not me. And that might not be me because it's not my full-time job. So I don't need to put in that effort to make sure that I'm earning the most. I'm able to do this for fun and make a little bit of, some wage just to basically support the hobby, which is not the case because this hobby still costs more money than what I'm getting on YouTube, but still. So I arranged the mild liners. Sorry, I drew a blank there. I arranged the mild liners so that they're in the same order that I did them on the year to glance spread. Why? I don't know, but maybe that's a part of, subconsciously I did to make it more cohesive and flow a little bit better. But I added the mild liners to be behind the days of the month. And then I used the Click Art zebra pens. I really like those Click Art zebra pens. They are really, they're really satisfying to use. They're, I guess, similar to like the Papermate Flare, but I like that they're like click pens, that they don't have a lid. That's really nice. I definitely want to get more of those. And then, I went ahead and added in the calendars. I did it quickly so that you didn't have to watch me actually write them all in, because it was tedious. And by the time I was done this is now the second group of calendars that I did, my hand was cramping good. But it was, sorry, I'm a little stuffy, so I apologize. But my hand was cramping pretty good. And that's maybe why towards the end of the video, I was kind of just wanting to be done. But, it was getting late. So I just went ahead and added in a bunch of dots, and just to kind of fill up the page a little bit more, that more white space. And then I move on to the next spread. And the next spread is very similar to this one, using a little bit of that Dutch door. I again did it last year as well as this year, and it is my memory reel. I did it in 2023 and 2024, and I got it from Amanda Rach Lee, who did this. I don't know if she did it first, but that's who I got the inspiration from to do this as like a memory reel and do a picture a month. And I went back I haven't gone back to print out the pictures for 2024 yet, but for 2023, I did them at the end of the year, and because I wanted them to kind of be a little similar. But so 2023, I did it at the end, and I picked pictures that had all three of us in it at the time. And then come 2023 in November and December, I picked photos that had all four of us. And so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that for 2024, because I'm not sure if there is a picture of all four of us for every single month, but I will probably try. And it's hard too, because trying to get a picture of all four of us in the portrait style as opposed to the horizontal style is just a little bit more difficult, but I'll try my best. But yes, I went in and added in a bunch of these blobs like I did on the other pages. And then I go in and add some washi tape And I only added 3 spots for pictures on each page. So each page, I guess, had 1 blank spot. Normally I do some sort of like printed picture that I printed out of like a Pinterest style photo. But because I picked out these whale photos and not whale photos. I picked out shark stickers and wave stickers to kind of use in like as big spots or as big items to put in there. And I did calligraphy to do, memory reel, but as you can tell near the end there, my hand was cramping and it just wasn't flowing super nice. I was just not enjoying. I don't enjoy that writing, but you know what? I'm not going to go back and change it because I don't think it looks that bad. But the reel, is definitely a little bit crooked, but again, that's okay. It's okay. My hand was a little crampy and it's going to happen. But I really like doing this style in a Dutch door so that I don't have to do that title page twice. And moving on to the next spread. The next spread is, what is the next spread? I think it's my 25 favorite memories. I know a little, almost the same as the previous one, but the previous one is 1 photo a month. But because in 2025, I want to do camping, do activities, go places, do hikes, do a bunch of things in the spring, winter, summer, fall, all the things I want to. And I know last year I put in 24 new things to try. In the previous year, it was 23 new things to try. I didn't do it. And so I also can't think of 25 new things that I will want to try this year because I have enough hobbies and such that I've already tried that I want to continue to do, and I don't really have the desire to try those types of new things, and I couldn't come up with 25 new things. I'm not a baker, I'm not a cook, I have a lot of hobbies already. I don't need to try a new hobby. I don't need to expand that window because I already have so many. And so I couldn't think of 25 new things to try, and I don't want to constantly just put new places to go because that's also not in the cards as a family of 4 to be traveling all of these different places. We already have some big plans in 2025. We are traveling to BC as a family of 4. We're flying there. I currently live in Ontario and I'm flying over to BC to visit a friend, as well as my husband has a little activity that he does out there. And then we're taking both kids with us. So that's already something that's going to cost us a bunch of money. And then we are also going to a concert in May. We're going to the Post Malone concert. And so we've already spent a little bit of money that I don't really see in the cards for us to be traveling all these different places. And that's what I think of when I think of, trying 25 new things or foods or that sort of thing. And that's just not my cup of tea. So I thought 25 favorite memories is a little bit better for us of, just our favorite things that we've done throughout the year. And then it's just also a great page as well to show you all of the things you've done that year. When you think at the end of the year, like, oh my gosh, what did I do? But when you go back and you're like, wow, I really did a lot or enough that, made me super happy. Okay, moving on to the next spread. This is my period tracker. I went ahead, I used this last year and I'm going to use it this year as well. And I just put a big period dot at the top instead of writing out period tracker. And I liked these 2 spreads together because on the left side, as you start to see me adding in some decoration, on the left side, I use only green. And then on the right side, I use blue. And I just really like how these 2 pages look side by side with, using both of the colors that are my theme for this month. And I really like it. But I added in a couple little doodles, and I will go through at the end off screen all the little dots for each of the days of the month, and so that I just go ahead and add the dot thicker and bigger for when I am on my period that day. And then my cozy hobby spread. This spread I did last year, as well, but I put it in different little boxes that and I wrote down, like, there was a box for Legos, and I wrote down all of the Legos that I completed. There was a spot for journaling. There was a spot for maybe painting. No, not painting. For the Switch, there was a spot for the Switch. So of the games and stuff that I was playing that year. So I'm going to do something similar. I know before it was going to be more of like a log every time I do these things, where I don't want to do that because I want to do them more often. So my cozy hobbies, I feel like this is just going to be more in the brain dump type style of maybe I can take the photos of the Legos I've created and, you know, list all of the Switch games that I've been playing that year and all that kind of stuff, because I've really been enjoying playing the Switch. I really, really love the Harry Potter Lego game. I find that so satisfying to play and just so fun. And it was literally $9 on the Switch. So yeah. Okay, moving on to my next spread. I did something like this last year as well, but I didn't fill it out properly or how I kind of had in mind. So instead of doing, or like, I guess I didn't have that many new things that I did, but this is new media. And I've decided that I'm going to put TV, books, and movies here. And I'm going to add books. I know I have a reading journal that's separate, and I do have the 2025 reading journal setup video already recorded. I'm just currently editing it, but this is, I want to include all of the media that I've been using because, again, this is my yearly collection spread. So like it's okay to have a little bit of stuff in this journal that I have in other journals, and that's totally fine because this has basically all of our information in it. So yeah, I want to just write down all, and I could easily print out the book covers of, or I like a stack of books that I've completed. I can, you know, the options are endless there for me to how I'm going to use that. And that's why I love that I left it blank, because as I either will fill it out throughout the year, or at the end of the year, I will fill it out because I keep track of all of the books that I read. I keep track of all of the movies the new movies and stuff that I'm watching on Letterboxd. I don't keep track too much of the TV shows, but right now, 28 days into the new year, and I've only been watching two TV shows, one being Chicago PD with my husband at the end of the night, and then the other being Criminal Minds while I work and edit and all that kind of stuff. But okay, moving on to my last spread. I've already done the magic of editing, where I just kind of, you know, snapped my fingers and all of the lines and stuff were here. And then I started to get more lazy. You can see that there's not a lot of the abstract little dots around, but I added in the expenses, which I butchered when I first spelt. I obviously struggled very hard at trying to spell expenses. I went through a blank because I'm like, expenses. It was just not good. So yeah, I added in a bunch of stickers, but I didn't add any of the blobs, but it was also because these two spreads, I use majority of the page functionally, so I don't have a lot of room for decor. So I just added stickers. And then I still added in the 4 different colors, the mild liner colors that I'm using. The left side is my expenses to keep track of our mortgage payments, our hydro bill, our gas bill, and then our taxes. And when our taxes are due, they're due 4 times a year. So it's just nice to put here. And then again, to look back to see the total of each thing that I've spent on, or like of each bill that it was for that year. And it's kind of good to compare to previous years to see how much our taxes are going up, to see if using gas is going up and hydro and all that kind of stuff. And then on the right side is to try and pay down our line of credit. I was on maternity leave, so that got a little bit heavy. But yeah, this is the last page in this setup, and I have enjoyed chatting with you and showing you all of my spreads for this year, for this yearly collections journal. I want to remind you to use my link below for Ana Luisa jewelry to, treat yourself. It is the best time to treat yourself of new year and fresh beginnings. So I highly encourage you to use that link. And then I'm going to do the final flip through for you to see all the spreads we created together. But if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the things. It means so much to me and it helps this channel grow. And I cannot wait to see you in the very next video, which hopefully comes very soon. I have lots of content ready for you guys and I'm going to get it out to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching. Bye.